From Colorado's news leader, this is 9 News at 6.
Regina Flores or Gina Wagle both represented the state this year as Miss Colorado, which will crown her successor Saturday night.
I hope this does not create some kind of trend where people are writing checks on 2x4s and stuffed animals. Hoping for.
He came up with a new kind of legal tender to pay a parking fine.
And in weather, it's awfully quiet for June. It'll be nice tomorrow, but then turn stormy to start the weekend. I'll have the forecast details.
Good evening. I'm Adele Arakawa.
And I'm Jim Benneman. 2 women, but registration fees.
After Ken Tru-han got a parking ticket 2 weeks ago, he did pay it. He wrote a check for the amount on a pair of boxer shorts. As 9 News reporter Carla Alston tells us, the City of Boulder seems to be buying Tru-han's legal briefs.
Well, all the meters on the street were full. I went around the block a couple of times, and I finally said, okay, forget it. I'm just going to park in this lot. I know I need a permit, but I'm only going to run in for 5 minutes.
Normally, Ken Tru-han has a sense of humor. You can tell by his dashboard and his clothes.
I have an appreciation for things that are a little bit off the beaten path.
But when his old Ford Festiva got ticketed, Tru-han wasn't laughing.
And I came back, and there was a ticket on my windshield, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Ken knew he'd have to pay, so he decided to fight the ticket with a pair of boxers.
They worked out perfectly because they were white and they had vertical and horizontal blue stripes on them, so I was able to fill the thing out very easily. Put the account number, the routing number, and I wrote in the little memo spot, please don't wash before cashing.
The City of Boulder had a good laugh.
I guess they got a kick out of it, and that's basically what I was hoping for.
Other parking enforcement officers may not have seen the humor.
Sorry.
His comments were, to say the least, brief.
I hope this does not create some kind of trend where people are writing checks on 2x4s and stuffed animals and things like that.
The City of Boulder is taking Tru-han's prank in stride, or depending on how you look at it, in the shorts. Carla Alston, 9 News.
Although Tru-han's bank would not accept his check, bank representatives tell us you can write a check on just about anything and get it cashed as long as it's made out correctly.
But use a check.
Please.
Brides counting down to their big day had a chance to make it even bigger.
Welcome back. 2 minutes before the hour. We told you about a guy out in Denver who got stopped for a traffic violation and chose a, well, we shall say, a novel way of protesting his payment. Joining us from the Mile High City of Denver, there he is right there, Ken Tru-han. Hi, Ken.
Hi, how's it going?
Dandy, thanks for wearing that hat.
Oh, no problem.
Now, Ken, what'd you get stopped for?
Well, I got a parking ticket up in Boulder for parking in a permit-only parking lot.
Oh, and you got to be careful of those Boulder cops. They are really tough, aren't they?
Yeah, they can be.
They always get their men.
Yes, they do.
So now, Ken, you decided to make a protest by doing what?
Well, I wound up writing the check for the ticket on an old pair of white boxer shorts that I had.
What gave you the idea to do that?
Yeah, why would you do that?
Well, the day that I got the ticket, the ticket itself was coming at the end of a particularly frustrating day in Boulder for me, and it was the icing on the cake, and I was feeling a little righteously indignant, even though they were perfectly in their rights to write it for me. And by the time I got around to writing the ticket, I decided just to have a little bit of fun with it. Half my motivation was my warped sense of personal justice, and the other half was I just felt like pulling a silly prank, to be perfectly honest.
Job well done.
The underwear were clean, correct?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Yes, they were. They weren't brand new, but
they weren't the pair you were wearing when you got the ticket, were they?
No, they weren't.
So what happened? What did they do? Did they accept it outright?
Well, I dropped the ticket off at
You dropped your drawers
yes,
at the cop shop.
Yeah, I dropped my drawers, and I didn't hear anything about it until actually last Thursday. I went to work, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, did you write a check on a pair of underwear?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Oh, it's on the front page of the Daily Camera. Check it out." And that was the first that I had heard anything about it. And
now, the cops accepted the ticket, but the bank wouldn't pay?
Well, apparently so, and that's what kind of confused me. Because
wouldn't go through the machine.
Exactly. Supposedly, technically, you can write a check on anything as long as you've got all the information on the check. It's legal tender.
Gives a new meaning to money laundering.
Yes, there you go.
How much was the check for? How much was the fine?
It was for $20.
Oh, okay.
I think you
Wow, imagine if it was
like
$100.
our idol. This week at least, you're our idol. That is great.
Oh, thank you.
Major
nice.
creativity. So did they drop the ticket for the creativity that you put into this?
Well, I guess they're going to. They in the camera article they hinted at it, but I haven't heard anything from them yet.
Yes, the big
I'm
Tru-han case playing out in the media, as so many do
Yes.
out there in Colorado. Hey, before you leave us from Denver, turn around and give us an immediate weather forecast.
It looks like it's going to be hot and sunny, and I'm guessing about 81 degrees today.
Very nice. There's the forecast written on his Bermuda shorts.
Yes, indeed.
Ken Tru-han, thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Tru-han, he a man.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Alrighty.
Good, good, good.